Hello everyone, my name's Alan. It's 12:52 in the morning on August 23rd of 2020 as I record this. And today would have been Kobe Bryant's 42nd birthday. It still feels so surreal. It still doesn't feel real in a way that he's not here right now. That he and his daughter Gianna or Gigi Bryant, as well as 7 other people on the plane that they were on, passed away in a crash earlier this year. We've lost a lot of celebrities in 2020 thus far. I could name them off. I can name some of them off the top of my head, but in my personal opinion, I think Kobe Bryant's death is the most shocking of any celebrity death we've had this year, and probably will be just for all of 2020, because we didn't think that we would lose Kobe so soon. He's only, again, 41 at the time. Today he would have been 42. His daughter Gigi, so freaking young. Those other girls on that plane were so young, and they could have had really promising NBA careers. Kobe's career post NBA was looking really, really awesome. He was doing a lot of things. You know, he even won a film award. I forget which one, but my point is, he was doing so much, and the fact that we lost him this year, whether you love him or you hate him, it hurts so much. Excuse me. My apologies. And tomorrow's date is 8/24. Those were the jersey numbers that Kobe wore. So for his birthday to be today, and then the day it's basically dedicated to him now is tomorrow, this hurts. It really does. Like, I've been a Celtics fan my whole life, but when it comes down to it, Kobe Bryant and his death, he has touched so many people in so many different ways, and it's like, you don't even have to have gone to see him play or ever seen him in person, and yet for so many people, his death touched, you in some way. For me, and I wanted to talk about this when I did it, but I never did. I never talked about it at the time, but I wanted to talk about it now because it's relevant. Well, before I get to that, just when the news broke of his death, it was surreal. It did not feel real. Like, this can't be happening. Not Kobe. Why? And yet, it happened. And it just didn't feel real. It didn't feel right. But yeah, getting to what I want to get to. After Kobe died, or after all of that, I was playing unified basketball for my high school. High school senior. I graduated this year. And I wanted to play the rest of the games that season, and I wanted to honor Kobe and Gigi some way. And I figured the best way to do it was to write R.I.P. Kobe and R.I.P. Gianna on the back of my shoes. And you can, and that's still on there. Like, after all these months, you can still read that on the back of my shoes. These are the shoes I wear every day. And coincidentally, this shirt, we don't have jerseys. We have, shirts that we wore, but my number was 24. So another thing I did was I took a pair of my socks, and on one of them I wrote Kobe and his number 8 in yellow on the outside of the sock, and on the other sock, the outside of that, I wrote Bryant and 24 in purple. And I wore those socks at each of my final game, each game I played that for the rest of the season. We only had 4 games left, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to play the last 2 due to me being sick. I was having throat issues, like not strep or anything, but like if I was out on the court playing, like catching my, like I wouldn't be able to catch my breath as quickly as possible, in a way. So, and I didn't want to risk it. So for the 2 games I did get to play, the first one, my team won 44-40, and I went out. I scored 10 points. I had 2 3-pointers, a couple of rebounds, a couple of steals, and overall had a pretty darn good day with that game. And then the other game I got to play, it was an away game, and we won 44-35. And I really felt like Kobe and the Mamba mentality was there with me that day. That's just what it felt like. I ended up finishing the game with 14 points, 6 rebounds, an assist, a steal, and 2 blocks. And I had back-to-back 3-pointers. The first one I took was a one-handed hook shot. Now, I had attempted this a few times over the season, and I didn't have much luck because the previous year in our final game of the season, I was at the top of the 3-point line, and I hit a 3 that exact way, one-handed, because the defender, he was on me pretty good. He was playing some really good defense, and that was what happened here. Same deal. And it went in, and my teammates, and I was ecstatic. My teammates were, they were really happy for me. Yeah, I was enthusiastic as all heck. And, like, whenever I made a shot in this game, I didn't say it before. I said it after. If I made the shot, I said, Kobe, or something like that. And just, looked up to looked up at him because, it's in his honor. Mamba mentality, it was there. And then, like I said, I didn't get to play the last 2 games. The final game of the season was senior night, which that really hurt. I really wanted to play, but I just didn't feel right. It wasn't going to happen. But I was there. I watched the game. I was there for my teammates. I got my picture taken afterward, with holding my jersey or my shirt that night. And we had the pep rally earlier in the day. And beforehand, what they were getting all the teams together, in the lobby of the gym. I had some time, and I went into the trainer's room and I asked if I could borrow the tape that you'd use to wrap something around somebody's leg or arm or whatever. And on the back of my shirt with the tape, I put Kobe above the 24 on my shirt. So when the unified team was called out, I was the last one to walk out of the lobby, and I had my shirt turned around to show the back of it like that. And I showed it, I showed it to one side of the court, the other, and then I think I was in the middle of the group, in the front of the group, on my knees, holding the shirt. And when they took the picture, which would be in the yearbook, of course, and such. And I didn't get to keep the shirt. I really wish I did, but I couldn't because they need it for next season, assuming that we have a season this year because of what's going on. But I wanted to share this on Kobe's birthday, and by extension for tomorrow being 8/24, Kobe's jersey numbers, dedicated to Kobe, because to be honest, it still just doesn't feel real that he's not here anymore. It just doesn't. And for all of that to happen, and for where we are now, I am glad that I got the chance to do that, to honor Kobe the way I did. And to just do what I did, again, to honor Kobe and to honor Gianna. And all I can say now is rest in peace to the both of them, and to the others that were in that crash. And you're all missed. We all wish you were still here. Oh, God. Yeah. So, thank you all for watching. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace. Kobe.